Okay. All right. Welcome into Be So Light. Hold on. Ah. All right. So we're in a portal today. If you're new to my channel, welcome on in. I'm taking things very light, very just stay in flow. Just stay in the flow. Stay in the flow. That's all you can do. Stay in the flow. Okay. So let me pull up. First of all, let me pull this place up that I went to. One of my friends was calling me this morning, and I was just very upset that Spirit told me I couldn't go to the spa sauna thing, go sit in a sauna. But I kind of got it after, Spirit kept telling me, no, you can't go do that. Not good. It would be too much pulling more energy because things are really ramping up. Now, remember yesterday I told you that the energy is just really getting more intense. Tomorrow's July. Okay, we can believe that. Okay, so I was bombarded last night. This is a new set of cards I got called Light Web. This is why we're going to do part of it with the background and the other part without. Okay, because I really want to be able to do this card read. Get tired of trying to fit it all in with this. So anyway, she calls me, asks me, and I said, well, I really wanted to go to the spa. I'm kind of resting and doing my thing, and Spirit told me I can't go to the spa. She goes, well, that makes sense. You gotta stay hydrated. And I want to give a shout out to Bahati Life, Jessica. Jessica had a very good message, and also Miss Blue, Oracle Blue. They were both in really good alignment with the message that they were talking about. And some of you might be going through this very same thing. And the message was really about, with Jessica, the way she explained it. She was really talking about sometimes you're getting prepared for what's really coming that you're going to enter into on your path. Sometimes your path might change a little bit. You're still on your path, but you're preparing for more that you're going to be doing. And I said, well, wow, that's probably what's really going on. A lot of purging, a lot of, moving past a lot of things that you're not used to or you shouldn't be doing anymore, or, just kind of upgrading yourself. So I said, okay, Toast. Is the name on here? There it is. Quanique. Toast Quanique. There we go. All right. So I kept trying to figure out what I wanted to do today. I didn't want it to be another one of those days where I'm laid up in the room and just resting, doing that whole resting thing. Doctor told me I needed to learn how to just be bored. I'm like, what? Do you know who you're talking to? Hey, lovely. So anyway, I said, all right, fine. I won't go sit in the sauna, getting my sweat on, because my body's not going to be happy with that. I'm already losing a lot of fluids. naturally. I'm purging. So I said, okay, fine. So I said, well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna what's to do? And I was just like not knowing what to do. And I said, okay, fine. So then my friend calls me, she says, I'm gonna go to the juice store because I don't like the way I've been feeling lately. My skin is dry, my eyes feel dry, everything feels dry. And you guys, you know what? Remember yesterday when I came on, I had told you I was seeing like the waves and it was heat and all. Now I'm seeing the microwaves. That's what I'm really wanting to tell you guys. I'm seeing the microwaves. And last night, when I was laying in bed after everything was done, I'm laying down and I'm literally feeling the microwaves coming through the room. And I'm like, wow. And I feel it moving over my body. And I said, I am being flipping microwave. This sucks. What is this? I mean, and it's really palpable now. You can really, really feel it. So she started talking about how dry our skin was. I said, yep, I got dry skin. Dry hair. I said, yep, got dry hair. Dry eyes. I go, yep, I got dry eyes. And I said, okay, this is a thing that a lot of us are experiencing right now. Can't get moisturized to save your life. I said, yeah, I've tried a lot of different things just to keep the moisture in the skin. And it's like, what the hell's going on? So I was asking questions. I went into my special space. I was having conversation with the administrator. And I said, what is going on? We got a lot of shenanigans going on this planet and things need to be taken care of. We're closing out certain timelines and that's why you're seeing some things that looks like they're not getting taken care of. Well, there's a whole lot of timelines you've got to catch up on. So I made this comment and I said, why does the air not feel like air anymore? Have you guys noticed that? Just breathe in. Doesn't it feel a little heavier? I think you gotta really work at that breath. Doesn't it feel like it's heavy? Doesn't feel like it's that light air like it used to be. Don't it feel different? Okay, before I get into Tosquinique, back in the day when I was going through my nursing training, when we were taking physiology and anatomy, all that good stuff. I love that stuff. I'm such a body freak. I like to see what makes it work. And we were in a section about bacteria and viruses. And we talked a lot about like pneumonia, bronchitis, the typical things that people get that are, things that make the body react. And they will always say, you have an infection when you're coughing up anything that's yellow, greenish, brownish color. Okay, yellow and greenish, brownish color. Those are your, yellow is like the warning. The green and the brown is like, you better go get your ass seen right now. Those two colors. The yellow is the warning, okay? But that green, and if you say it's coming up green and brown, the sputum coming up, and there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. So that's what we were taught with diseases, okay? Infections, if you get infections like that. And I'm like, okay. Now, speed forward to now. I retired from the nursing field. So speed forward. And I do distinctly remember a year ago that a doctor told me they no longer just look for yellow, brown, or green. They want to know, how long you had the irritation or the mucus, because a lot of people, if you ask them, they'll tell you it's clear or it's just white. Okay, it's clear or it's just white. So now you're kind of like, okay, well, where's the infection part of it? When you're getting microwave like we are now, we're getting a lot of this solar activity. Data centers are popping up all over the place mysteriously in mysterious places. Um, so there's extra waves going on. Not to mention towers, they're putting out the waves, your laptops and your phone. Now, they do a nice tracking with you with your phone because it bounces a signal from all the towers wherever you are. So that's a part of collecting where you travel. No place to run to, baby. No place to hide. Okay, anyway. So I'm putting together in my mind, I'm asking an administrator, I said, so are we all just dealing with inflammation? We're just being inflamed constantly because this is so new to our bodies. Our bodies are practically just swelling, and then we swell up, we puff up. So a lot of you are thinking you're overweight when you're not, because you're having this massive fluid restriction into the body where the fluid's just hung up. Okay, so I'm just like, I don't like what's going on. Can we get this shifted? We need to shift this. Okay, we need to shift the whole thing. So that's where the conversation landed. And I woke up this morning and got led to a different place because this was still heavy on my mind. How are we going to make it through all these microwave? It's building. It's not going down. It's building. It's increasing. And I can definitely feel it. So I said, okay, well, let me just chill and not go into it too much. Let me just chill a little bit and just, kind of stay off of that. So she made a suggestion. She says, well, why don't you, I'm going to go get some juice. And I said, you're going to go get juice? And she goes, yeah, I'm going to go get some juice. And I said, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, okay, that sounds great. I'll go down the street to go to the juice place, go get me a fresh juice, get a green juice made. Green juice is for building and healing, and your fruit juices are for detoxifying. And I'm like, okay, that's what she was saying. So I said, that sounds like a good idea. So I told her the place that I was going to go to, and she goes, oh, that place is closed. They closed up. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So I said, well, I don't know where else to go. So then we started putting our heads together, and she started saying, well, why don't you try this place? This place is over in your area, in Moldavia or something like that. And I said, I don't know where that is. And then Toskonique came up, and I said, now a lot of things I was just saying in my mind, I am super warm right now. I need some cool air. My air conditioner just popped on. So crazy. So I went ahead and Toskonique, Toastiquue. So I put it in the phone. I said, well, that's where I'm going to go today. I'm going to go get me some juice. I left with 3 juices. It was very nice in there. I was like, oh, this is nice. So I saw smoothies, and I said, oh my God, fresh ingredients and all natural juices, beautifully blended to perfection. I said, really? That sounds delicious. So I go, yes, girl. I went to this Toskonique place, and it was very pretty inside. And at first, I didn't know if it's like you go sit down and put an order in. I didn't know what was going on because I walked to the counter and nobody was up there, and walked it to the other end, and this young lady peeks her head out, and I'm like, what the hell? So I walk back around. I go, do it. She goes, hi, can I help you? I said, this is my first time in here. Do I just put an order here, or do I got to go sit down and you come to me? She goes, no. You can put your order here. And I said, oh, okay, cool. I said, well, I need some juice. And she says, okay, what would you like? Okay, y'all, I got a 24-ounce size of the green machine. I told her I want the green machine, and then can you take the watermelon and pour that over ice? And she goes, yes, it'll have a little bit of a lime taste to it, but I can make you a watermelon juice over ice. I said, okay. And then on top of that, I'll take your apple, pineapple, and spinach one that you call the cure. I'm going to take that one over ice. She goes, okay. So the green machine smoothie, banana, pineapple, mango, spinach, kale, hemp, flax seeds, lime, coconut water. When I say that was the best green smoothie I've ever had in my life, I mean it. It was the best green smoothie I've ever had in my life. It was so good. All I kept saying was, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's that kind of icy, cold smoothie that if you've been thirsty and you keep feeling like you can't quench that thirst, not enough teas, not enough water is quenching the thirst. I'm going back tomorrow. Give me another one. It was that good. It topped every green smoothie I've ever had in my life. It topped even Whole Foods. And most of the Whole Foods ones, I've always been getting one of theirs. But this was so unique and it tasted so freaking good. I was like, holy crap. So it is called the Green Machine Smoothie. Absolutely mind-blowing. So then I'm on my way to the Crystal store. And yeah, I'm telling you, don't even waste your time getting a small one. Get a 24-ounce size Green Machine smoothie from this place. They are like the best. I can't wait to go back tomorrow and go tell this young lady that was the best damn smoothie I've ever had in my life. And I'm not kidding. I'm very picky. That smoothie was so good. I thought I was having a meal with Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Noah came by to even express how he was feeling with the coconut water. And I really thought I was having a moment. I was like, wow. And then the Nagas showed up. And then everybody else that was a water being showed up. It was that good. So then, so I'm driving over to the Crystal Place. I got my other two drinks with my ice pack thing over it, keeping it nice and cold. And I'm just like, okay, I'm keep it cold because I'm gonna get to those two. So I get over to the Crystal Place. I'm done with the smoothie. It was a nice little drive, not too long, but it was enough time for me to enjoy that smoothie. And all I kept saying all the way over to the Crystal store, oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God. Because it was quenching the thirst. It was like my mouth, my throat, everything was getting so happy. It was like, what the hell is this green euphoric drink that's coming down on us? This is wonderful. Wonderful. And I'm like, I'm still going back and getting another one. Yes. So then I said, okay, I got the smoothie. Then let me look at, let me see the cold. They have it where you can get the cold drinks, like a balanced cold pressed juice, a recharged cold pressed juice, a metabolized cold pressed juice. They have all these pretty little pressed juices that you can get. And then you can get your, the ones where it's the juice over ice. And they have homemade treats. They have grab and go, different type of things. I haven't really checked it out because I have to be careful with acai. Remember my story I told you all about acai, how it had me in the hospital, in the ER? Not everybody and their mom can do acai. So, yeah, yep, don't touch me with that. So, the cure had, I just want to make sure I say it. It had the green, it had spinach, apple juice, and pineapple juice as the cure, and that was poured over ice. And then the watermelon juice with a little bit of lime mixed with that was poured over ice. When I say that I drank up all my juices, I mean I drink. I'm finishing up the cure now. I'm finishing this one up. I am so happy right now with the amount of juices that I've drank. I just feel so good, so refreshed. That's what it's going to take, lovelies. Get your butts down somewhere, find a good juice place that's making those fresh juices, and get yourself a good smoothie. Now, I don't know if you guys have this Toast Conique place around you, but put it in your travel thing and see if it pops up for you. But I'm very, very happy with the results that I got. So I go down to the crystal store and I said, well, I got to stop by the crystal store because I need to find out if they got some new cars. The Spirit said, oh, they got a lot of cars and they've been waiting for you. And I said, oh, okay. So I drive over there. I'm done with the smoothie. I walk on in and I get in there and I'm like, oh, it feels really good in here. I walk over to the cards and I said, oh my gosh, they have all these new cards. And I was like, oh. So I'm standing there trying to make up my mind. I'm looking. Then all of a sudden, this is the reason why we have the scene with the beautiful cat going out to the cosmic window. I'm getting ready to tell you this story. So I'm standing there and I'm looking at the cards and stuff, and I'm like, okay, what do I want to get? You know, I'm in my head. I hear the door open, I hear the bell, and I hear the young lady say, hi, welcome in. And I hear clump, 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 walking in these thick ass heels, making all this noise on that wood floor. Every step she took, I could hear it. But I was feeling, when she came in, I felt this energy of depression, heavy grief. I'm like, what the hell just walked in? So I'm just staying focused and I'm like, oh my God, thank goodness I wore my shield today. And I'm just doing my thing and I'm like, I gotta make sure I get some silver. And I'm just looking at the cards and I can't make up my mind between two of them. And I said, well, what one do I want to take for today? And I said, okay, I'm going to get this one. And then I hear her and she comes over. And when she comes over, I feel this. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, okay, don't make eye contact with this person. Just listen. So she comes over on this side of me and she's like looking at this rack. So I have the cards in my hand and I just politely go, I'm like this. And in my mind, I'm so glad Snooki wasn't around to read my mind. Or she didn't have Snooki energy to read my mind, because that would have been really nice, because I was in my mind and I was going like, oh God, what is this? What the hell happened to her? So she's looking at cards and she's looking at the cat cards. And she's like, can't make up her mind. And she's like, and then she's like, puts it back on her, and then she goes clumping through on the other side of the aisles and clumping through. And I'm like, oh, if we could just get you out of those shoes and ground yourself. And you feel so much better. I'll get you to the juice store. In my mind, I'm screaming in my head, go get some juice. And then I'm just like, stop it. So all of a sudden, she goes up to the counter and she starts telling the people about this situation. So evidently, she's not a cat person, but she came across a cat. She took this cat in. The cat had been with her for several years and was an older cat. And she had put a lot of money into the cat because she was trying to keep it healed and everything. And she was doing the best to care for it. And she put money into it to give it the antibiotics it needed. It was getting better, but still was having some problems. So she opened the window because the cat was sitting at her window and she normally lets it go in and out and it comes back. This time when it went out the window, it didn't come back. And she says, I just don't know what's going on. I don't know where it is. I just been crying. I just been heavy grief. And as she's talking like that, Spirit says, the owner of the store comes up and the Spirit says, give the owner those cards and see if that's something she wants. So I grabbed the two cat cards off the shelf and I give it to Esther and I said, look, that lady up there is having a hard time. I don't know if her cat's dead yet officially. And I hear, yeah, cat crossed over. I'm like, oh, I wasn't going to tell her that. She was already upset. I just didn't feel like it was my place to tell her that. So I was gently just listening to what Spirit wanted me to do. So I gave Esther the cat card. She took him up to the front and the lady standing there. Now keep in mind, I have not looked at this woman in the face yet. She's just standing there. She's just going, oh, it's just, I don't understand where he is. Da, 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 da. And Esther says, well, we have some cat oracles if that's something you feel like you want to work with or something. And she says, oh my gosh, these were the same ones I was looking at. And I just couldn't make up my mind. So I left them up there and walked away. And she said, okay. I said, oh, the young lady that's over there looking at the cards. Oh, okay. So she goes kind of quiet and she's like, wow. I said, she's kind of special. She knows stuff. And the lady says, really? And says, yeah. So I'm just looking at my cards. I'm just doing my, my little priestess thing. I'm just looking at cards and doing my thing. So then she goes, this other young lady goes over to go help her. And she starts almost like getting ready to start sobbing and crying. She says, I need something that's going to help me deal with the grief. The grief. And I heard that tone in her voice. The grief. And I was like, we are in full moon of Capricorn, and also Pluto has entered into Cancer, and we got a lot of emotional things going on. And now she's probably reliving not only just this situation with the cat jumping through the window, but what other grief things are coming up for her right now that this whole scenario just triggered. And I'm like, oh God. So as she's walking, I'm already in front of one of the crystal areas where, and I swear you guys, I'm standing there looking at one of these crystals and she said, I just gotta, it's just sadness and this grief. And then I look down at this card and it says sadness and grief helps to heal the heart during grief time. I was like, green opal. I grabbed the heart-shaped one and a card that goes with it just to show what she was saying, that what that stone does. So I go up and the lady is talking to her. She's got her hand down like this. I walk up to her and put the stone and the paper in her hand, and she goes like this. I said, give that to her. And then I walk on over with my stuff, and I said, oh, look, a book. Oh, my author, I got to get that book. So I got the book. Oh, there's the silver. Oh, I got to get my silver. So I grab all that and I go up to the front. I just slightly move the cards over, and then I'm ready to purchase my stuff. And then the lady said, well, how about some green opal, a heart-shaped one? It works with grief and sadness. And she goes, oh, there's a stone for that. Just like, oh, wow. And so then is when I see her face. When I look up and I see her eyes, she has hollow out eyes, red satin eyes, energy face drooping. And then I see this fractured line going through her, like she's fractured in her spirit. And I was like, yeah, this triggered a lot for her. This was the trigger to take care of the fracture. The fracture. Now, when she would walk, it sounded like she was at least almost 300 pounds. This lady looked like she was only 90 to 100 pounds. Need I say more? What else is walking with her? So when I checked in and asked Spirit about the cat, I heard the cat had a reset. The body, it was sick. it didn't respond anymore. So it went off to go take care of itself. And she couldn't understand why it didn't come back to her. But she was having dreams about the cat. Cat cosmic, going through the window into the cosmos. Cats are keepers of doorways and portals. And when cats get sick, a lot of times some of them just disappear and go off by themselves to go ahead and deal with their illness or whatever. They already know they're going to depart from this earth. So I know a lot of friends, we all have our kitties that come up and they hang out, and some of them are going through transition point, because as we go up in this frequency, a lot of the cats are going to go ahead and transition, and they're going to take their proper places with the stargates and the pyramids, because the cat are the keepers to the pyramids. They are. They've been that for eons. The keepers. They are the guardians of the pyramids. So a lot of cats, if all of a sudden you start noticing how cats start leaving, going to the cosmos, it's because they're going to be helping with all that new energy with these sacred pyramids. And they're protecting the doorways when they're in their healthiness, and they stand in their doorways at your home. They're guarding your doorways, because doorways are portals. They're guarding your bathroom area, because those are portals. Okay? You just find them sitting in front of your door. They're keeping their eye on everything. They see the things that we cannot see, and they see it on that level. All right? So that's why I was like, I need to do this talk about my journey over to the juice place, how it picked up from there and went into that. And the lady was just stunned with the fact that I kept picking up stuff, giving it to the staff to give to her. And then Esther just straight up says, some of our customers are very special customers. They have special gifts. And she Esther looked at me and smiled, and I said, oh, Esther, stop it. So I have just been happy. So this is one of those things. I don't know if I can close it out. Nope, hold on. Yes. Oh my God, I mastered it. Okay. So when I went there, I had a choice between Rebecca Campbell's cards, the inner temple, I think. And I said, oh, I want to get that one a little later, because I had to really get this one called the Light Web Oracle. Now, one of the things I'm just famous for is when I talk here and I talk about frequencies and I do my reads and stuff, I like to be able to get the card up there. I got tired of fussing with the background and the cards. It's making me kind of irritated. So as I was walking through and walking up to the next one, I came across this one called the African American Magic, and they spelled magic correct. Magick. That's the alchemy way. And it says Modern Glenmore for Natural Home. And it's by my favorite writer, Stephanie Roseberg, who has written the other books that I like to collect with her. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get that. And it was $19.95. So I went ahead and got it. This is her on the back. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I got to get that. Because she wrote it in a way of, in seasons, working with your plant medicine and your roots and your stones, and how do you make different vegetable dishes according to our seasonal time. Okay, so I said, oh my gosh, I've got to add that to my collection. And then when I was saying earlier this morning, I said, I got to get a little thing of silver. They got silver in. So I was like, wow, they actually had the silver in. So I went ahead and got the silver. And then I got some went ahead and got the, I gotta take this thing off. So Palo Santos, I got that and started burning some of that before I came on. But today was really interesting how just because I had myself set up to go to the spa, I wanted to go to the spa. And I said, I just want to go to the spa. Go Sweat and Spirit said, no, you're not going to the spa. You need to rebuild the body. And I'm like, I want to, no. It's just as clear as day. No. And I'm like, okay. You are speaking to me, Creator. I will listen to you. I won't go against it. So I'm so happy I went to the juice place. The juice is phenomenal. Your green smoothie, if it has the coconut water in it, that's a good thing that you want. So I was looking for things that are nourishing. You know, you gotta take care of that thirst. That's the only thing I can call it. So because today is a portal day, I said today's a good day. I'll just come on and do my thing. But yeah, definitely check out that place, Toast Quinique. Okay, so today, with it being a portal day, we are in that galactic. And this is a time that you want now, if going forward, you want to get your calendar. So you're going to go to the 13 moons to go get your calendar. And Law of Time, if you want to get the digital, more in-depth type of galactic 13 moon cycle things that you can stay into. Get the book, it's going to cost you $29. If you get the computer one, I think it's 20 or 25. I have to double look. But Law of Time will have the computer or the book one that you can get. Okay. And then the 13 moon will be on the 13 moon calendar one. Law of Time should have it too. They kind of work together. So here's the last day of our month of June that just left like that. Okay, so we're in, hold on. Okay, so Green Galactic Night. I harmonize in order to dream, modeling intuition. I seal the input of abundance with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of accomplishments. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. The color is blue. Saturn is the planet. The chakra is solar. And the earth family is signal. Okay. We have synchronicity in the cooperation of the higher moving template of mathematical order that coordinates all phenomenal telepathically. So is it all mathematical? Okay, the fourth mental sphere, continuing consciousness, and then the second time dimension, cosmic ascension. Beta, alpha, higher mind control. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and I bet you some money one of y'all are having the same effect. So when I was getting ready to go out, and I'm thinking, okay, let me go out before it starts really getting hot. And I go, take shower, get the clothes on, and I'm getting ready to do my makeup, and I'm like, I'm getting hot again. Damn it, what is it? I got so fed up. I went into the freezer, got one of those ice packs that I've been using the whole time for my knee and stuff. I know when you turn 60, there's just some challenges you're supposed to face, but I've had my time with this and I'm sick of it. When I go in to start doing my makeup, I'm hot. And I'm like, why am I still hot? I just took a cool shower. Why am I hot? Why am I sweating? Why is this happening? So I take the ice pack and I put it on my head. Okay, I want you to visualize this. I put the ice pack on my head and I mold it like a cat. And I'm just like, okay, where's my blush? Where's my I got the ice pack. And all of a sudden, the ice pack, because my head is so hot and the crown is like, I'm like, stop! And I put the ice on there and I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, and then all of a sudden it starts steaming. So I'm seeing whispers steam. I'm doing my mascara. I'm saying, and I said, this upgrades better hurry up because I'm getting really sick and tired. I'm just seeing this steam coming on. I said, I don't think I'm too far off wearing my ice pack on my head. It feels kind of good. It feels really good. It's stopping the heat. Everything just cooled up, but I'm just now seeing steam. The mist of steam coming off my head. And I'm like, hurry up, get this on, and I'm like, time! Take it off. And I'm like, yes, I think I'm ready to go out amongst the world now. Okay, all right. Take this with me. I take the ice pack with me. I said, well, I might need it for my juice because I know I'm not just going to have one juice there. So let's dig into the read of the day. How you're going to activate with this. Remember, we're staying in that energy of endurance, transcendence, and being present. And we're in the animal totem of the turtle. So how you want to be present? So I thought it would be good. We activate the portal. And then you guys can actually see the cards without me going, doing all that craziness. I'm like, this is not going to be complication. So we have portal day. So I'm going to activate. Take a deep breath. Exhale it out. Yes. Always got to listen to spirit. When we go against it is when we get in trouble. So let me find the signature. This one is the portal wave. Activating that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. I know we're all going through some times right now, but trust me, I come on a lot of times. I'm not going to try to add to your stress. I'm actually going to try to make you laugh, because some of the things I experience in my life are definitely laughable. And I just thought I'd just come to share my laughable moments with you. Steam and all. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how hot my head was. I was like, my God, can it just stop for a second? I'm looking for the signature of this. That's not it. Here's the blue rays. That's not it. Yeah, as soon as I start sweating, thank you for popping on. Okay, so blue galactic night. The blue monkey. Okay, so that is the symbol that we're working with today. And then we have the tone of 8, the galactic tone 8. Okay, so this is activating that portal. Okay, all right, so let's step into the meaning of the day, what we should look at. We're still in that full moon energy, and it's still bringing out the best in us. Oh, sweaty. Just hot. All right, so let's take a look at the astro cards, and then we're going to do a meridian. Then we're going to go into the new cards. So how is everybody doing? Is everyone doing okay? I know you're frustrated, and we just got to keep moving. Stay true to this house. We have 8th house, mystery. Look at that. The 8th house of mystery. Then our next card that coincides with that. Huh. Dignified. Strength. Dignified. That is right on the money. Dignified. Okay, our subtle body self. Remember this one from yesterday? Let's see what the message is today for what we need to be taking care of with the body. Body cards. What's needed today? Wood element, cheeriness, and natural growth. There you go. Natural growth. And then the meridian, first auric field, bodily health and basic needs. So making sure you take care of that auric field. And that auric field is all about grounding. It's all about getting out into the essence of the tree, or better yet, taking those medicine baths that can help you clear up your auric field so that can move things out. And smudging. One more meridian card. 8th chakra needs to be taken care of because it's the past and the future. And this is mysticism and otherworldliness. Okay, otherworldliness. Now, depending on how your body is doing energetically and what frequency you're really moving into, will express to you the things that you're seeing and experiencing. So that's going to kind of play its tone with you. It all depends on that. So let's dive into the new card set. Light Web is the Oracle set by Joanna Hunters. Oh, and it's beautiful on the inside. May those who seek answers within this deck always be destined to find them. Light Web blessings, Joanna Schuyler. Look at the inside of this with the light language. So pretty. Oh my goodness. And you can feel the energy. I love that. Oh, she put something into this. This is beautiful. And the priestess on the front of it, she's got light language all around her, and she's holding the ball of light. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Soul technology. Yeah, this is upgrades. These incredible cards will take you on a sacred journey deep into the heart of the light web, a journey of remembering the light that you are and reawakening the sacred creator within. Yes. Create with the purest of intentions. They are a powerful light tool for higher consciousness and living and expansion. And this is Joanna Hunter, who channeled for the collective known as Skylar. The Lightweb Soul Technology teachings are fully channeled and have been lovingly poured into a powerful deck. It is our intention that each card serves as a sacred invitation to reclaim your personal power and activate your highest timeline. Oh, wow. So pretty. Gives you the layouts of the cards, and it just goes into the deeper meaning of what the cards are. There's no, it splits it out if it's records, if you're reading, and gives you the setup. This is nice. Oh my God, you guys, this is, oh shoot. I just saw something that made me go, Fring! Yes, I remember that. Okay, so these are going to be those activational cards, and I think this is awesome that we're doing it on this portal. It says the light web sings and my soul answers. I am light remembering itself always and forever. Look at this. Oh, I got goosebumps on this. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the back. It's got the key. It's got the light language around it. Look at this. That's so pretty. And then it says, "Dear divine source of all creation, we call upon the infinite light threads of the light web, the sacred tapestry that binds all life, spanning seen and unseen realms, connecting our hearts, minds, and souls across eternity. Bless this reading to be a portal of truth, revealing the deepest wisdom woven into the light web. Guide us to align with our highest path, the versions of ourselves, while honoring our divinity and human life as we awaken the light within ourselves and all our being. With gratitude, we trust in the sacred flow and in the light web, infinite wisdom and love. And so it is." Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to love these cards. I got goosebumps just looking at the first one. Are we ready? Take a deep breath, because what I'm about to show you, you're going to start getting activated. Magic. I love it. So the 1-11-11, the invite, signs and symbols of the higher consciousness readiness. Look at this. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to show you the pictures. I'm not going to read it all. Womb of Gaia. Oh my God, the next card is phenomenal. Light tools. Look at this. Akashic records. Here we go. Are you ready for the next card? For all my dragon lovers. Violet flames, mercy, grace, forgiveness, acceptance, and deep healing. Oh my God. Ready for the next one. The void, night, dark night of the soul, sucking, contrast, growth, edge. Oh, well, the whole ice pack on my head thing, that's what was happening here. Now I know why I had the ice pack on my head. Flame of ascension. Oh, and this is for our spiral light practitioners. Pyramid of the focus energy. Yes. Sword of truth. Codex of light. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Light web. Oh my God. Woman 13. Priestess. Oh my God. Goddess. My medicine's in here. Spirals. Oh my God. Spirit animals. Spirit guide. Galactic families. Oh my God. Skylar. Infinite possibilities. Here we go. Agents of the universe. Light language. Boom. Distortions. Flip the switch. Manifesting. Divine laws. Unity. Source. Co-creation. Mastery. Empowerment. freedom, dream, plan, action, the portal, frequencies. Love this deck. Evolution, rebirth, the temple, shadow web, stories, and downloads. Boom, big bada boom. I love this deck. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful deck. I know exactly how I'm going to use it. Okay, we're going to pull one. Okay. Divine message. Let's have our message. And I'm going to wrap it up. Codex of Light. Transmission of light, ascension codes quickening. All right. So I hope today you enjoyed your energy of updates and everything that you needed to know for today. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And I will meet and see all of you a little later on. Have a good one. Bye.